Everybody, I just wanted to give you guys a quick video tutorial on how I make my hair bows. I'll explain this one in another little quick video. I don't have any chevron cut out, but it's fairly simple. This is my ribbon. I'm only going to do a one-sided, one design on this particular hair bow. But if you wanted to have designs on both sides like this, you would just press one on this side and one on that side. I'm going to want my diamond to be on the right hand side of the bow, so I'm going to start with it over here on the left, and that goes down there, and you just start with a simple awareness ribbon type sign. Get everything lined up like you want it. I don't have an exact science, I just kind of eyeball everything. That looks pretty good to me, and I'll just put my finger here and slide this down until I've got all this right here. And then I'm going to fold, pinch it, flip it over, and fold, pinch it, flip it over. Just going to do that until I'm done. And that looks pretty good. You'll take your zip tie here and go around your bow like so. Tighten it up just a little bit. Your bow may not be perfect to start with, but if you don't close your zip tie all the way, you can slide it over and you can kind of fiddle with the bow a little bit until you get things pretty even. I've been doing this for a while, so I've kind of got it figured out. But like I said, I just eyeball it, and that looks pretty good to me. I'll take this part up here because I like the bow to have that little, how these are kind of flipped back right here. It's hard to see on that one, but tighten that up. You see how that changed the look of that right there. And once you wrap your centerpiece around too, you can also move the ribbon back so that it has this nice pretty fluffy look about it. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Take your zip tie here and slide it down to the bottom right there, and look at the front and make sure everything looks just like you want it to look, that the tails are long enough and these are even. And once that's done, just tighten up your zip tie as tight as you can get it. Take your scissors, cut this part off, and your hair bow is complete. What you would do next is you would get your ribbon to wrap the center. I'm sure most of you guys probably already know how to do that. You'll either use a ponytail O or you can use a spring clip barrette. It just depends on what your child's preference is, or your cheerleader's preference, or your daughter, or whoever. Always glue this down first before you put your ribbon on. So if I was going to do a barrette, I would use my hot glue, and I would glue this here, and then I would open the barrette up and take the spring out, and then I would wrap the ribbon around it, put the spring back in, and close it, and then it would be done. With the ponytail, it's the same thing. I usually start with this portion of the ponytail holder where it's glued together, and I'll glue it down here, and then I'll hold it up and let it cool off and wrap it with the ribbon, and then it is finished. And hopefully you'll have a whole bunch of hair bows that look just like these. When you do the chevron, when you press this in the heat press, what you do is you just cut out the 3-inch chevron template that I provided on the Happy Sew site. You weed it and you lay your ribbon out flat on one side. I'm just going to give you an example. What you'll do is, don't trim the ends yet, but you'll press the chevron all across the ribbon, and then when you finish, you'll then trim your edges, and you just fold those like so. Take your nice pointy sharp scissors that we talked about and cut them. You'll use your wood burning tool to make nice edges. I do not recommend using a cigarette lighter because that will not give you a nice perfect edge. And just so you know, you may want to practice with your wood burning tool a few times on some scrap ribbon before you give it a go. I just got an old plate and I put my ribbon down on the plate, and I hold my wood burning tool like so. This would be the end of it, and just run it along the edge really, really quickly. So this is my wood burning tool pretending, and you would just run it along the end because it will melt your ribbon. And I'm going to wind up giving, oh, I guess it's already gone. I had this one that I was working on the other day. I touched my wood burning tool to the ribbon and it burned a hole in it. So luckily I was able to cover it up with some chevron glitter, but that one's going in my daughter's collection because I can't sell it because it has a hole in it. So just be really careful. You can burn yourself with that tool really easily, like so. And this is what the wood burning tool looks like. So this is not on. You can get it in Hobby Lobby, Michael's, in the wood crafting department. It will get very hot, and they have interchangeable tips. I recommend this tip. It does the job. So you would get your plate. Don't do it on your table. And you'll take this, and with a steady hand, you would just run it along the edge really quickly. Or if you're more like me, sometimes I tend to just kind of bump the edge with it. Just be really careful. Practice a few times before you do it on your hair bow, because you may not get the result you are looking for on the first try. Anyway, if you guys have any further questions, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer any of them. And hopefully I will do another tutorial bow on start to finish the pressing of the chevron. And thanks so much. All right, bye.